Y'all have a masculine out here in these streets who is getting tired of being thirsty, a masculine who's tired of searching for the woman of his dreams. I'm also hearing love covers a multitude of sins. Love is something that is going to eliminate the fear. There's somebody that you could have known since childhood, high school, college, university, that recognized you for your kindness, and they still remember you. Um, they may have seen you in passing in the hallway, at the store, like it's like, like you're going for coffee in between classes. Nothing too serious. You and this person live different lives. You and this person could have grown up in different households. Maybe their household was poor or rich. Maybe your household was poor or rich. Y'all have, because one of you two have wealth. Could even be both of you have wealth. But the way wealth shows up and looks in your family is different from the way wealth shows up and looks in their family. Your name is very unique. They can um, they can think that, like, let's say your name's Rebecca, they can think it's unique. If your name is Anthony instead of Anthony, they think something is very unique. This masculine is trying to find his true love. This masculine is trying to find the love of his life. And I feel like he's getting tired of looking as well. Maybe he's been looking for the last little bit and it's not encouraging for him to look. He doesn't feel encouraged to look. He could like music a lot. He could like going to parties. He could think that going to parties is what has made him closer to finding someone who likes to party too. So I'm getting he likes to party, but his deep desire is to find the love of his life, to find his match, to find the one God sent from heaven. He prays a lot. He prays a lot for the angels to give him a word about who his wife is. He asks for all the loneliness in his life to fade. Sometimes he goes home and he says to himself that he needs someone to basically take up the evening. He needs children to come home to. Sometimes he says, okay, if God's not hearing me, then maybe I need to call on the moon. Maybe I need to call on the angels, the universe. He's hoping that one day he'll just run into the love of his life. And to this masculine, he is very courageous. Okay. He may have a very high libido, like he could have a high sex drive. He could be perceived very masculine. Not to say that he's not masculine, but he, like, many girls want him. He's got that GQ elegance. So when he appears very well endowed to a lot of people. His bloodline may have royalty in it, and he does a lot of thinking. He could be He could have a Sagittarius background where they don't like to be controlled. He can have an Aquarius background where they love to have different options. Um, there's always a crowd cheering for this masculine. There's always someone behind the scenes cheering for this masculine to succeed or to move forward or to make something come out. Like if they work for a company and they're the executive or in executive position, projects, like people are waiting for whatever it is that he has to bring to the table. Another thing is that his parents are very curious about who he will end up with. His parents are very curious and attentive to who will be the one to, I guess, take him to the finish line. His parents are getting older, and his parents want to see him get married or settle down or bring some more stature to his life. Him being a single man in society doesn't work in their eyes. They see that as not profitable. I don't know, something about like it's like dwindling over his head for him to get married. I feel like some people may be asking the parents sometimes, like, why isn't your son married yet? And this may be annoying for them. Um, you also, the feminine in this case, you've been waiting for true love. You've been waiting to come out of your shell. You may not be the individual who likes to go out all the time. So some of your girls or your friends or your family have said, like, you got to go out. You got to go out. um, you tend to stay away from drama, and people see you the total opposite. So while you're staying away from drama, people think the reason you don't go outside is because you may attract a lot of drama or you're full of drama yourself. Maybe you're just not someone who's always outside. Okay. You tend to be locked up in a shell. And I think you could have been raised this way. You could have been raised to stay at home. You could have been raised to be a homebody. You could have been raised to just go to work and come home, take care of the home. You could have been an individual who just travels. And after you've done your traveling, you go right back home. So you could be someone who works, has a great job, but you're not someone who's always out there. So finding love has never been a priority, but you also still put it at the forefront of your mind. You hope that God has heard your prayers and that whatever will be, kind of thing. Whatever God puts in your way for you to learn and understand, you accept it. You're not very hard. You're not very hard as people think you are. People may think you're a hard body, okay? But you love the Lord and you do it with a humble spirit. You love the Lord with a humble spirit. If God asks you to go in places and speak, you will. If God asks you to pray at the venue, you will. If God asks you to go volunteer, you will. You're not afraid to be there for people. So you see it as almost like this is my journey. I have to be like Mother Mary and do what's told. I have to be like Ruth and, take care of my mother-in-law. There's something like you feel obligated to do all these things, but you still feel alone. And there's a level of acceptance that you've come to about this lifestyle of yours. Although it may not be something you like, although they may not be something you want, in your heart of all hearts, you know there is someone out there for you. Some of you could worship entities and idols that you really shouldn't outside, being bored or being lonely, right? You could be into things you shouldn't be into, but let's not go into that. They want to talk about his father. Your masculine's father has a lot of expectations. And in most scenarios online that I've heard, it's never been the focus of the father. But there is a father who um, wants their son to have the right woman and make the right choice. And in this circumstance, the mother, she's actually quite reserved. She's reserved. She's more like, he doesn't have to leave the cave if he doesn't want to. He doesn't have to get married if he doesn't want to. But the dad, on the other hand, wants him to leave the cave, but in elegance, in eloquence, wants him to leave the cave and build a new empire versus just a temporary one or a frivolous one. So the father may project, the father may feel like he's, Royal Highness. The father may feel like, I heard Valdemir. I don't know what that's about. Maybe the father's into watching movies. Maybe your masculine is into watching movies. Um, but there's something about movies. So maybe they like TV or movies, whatever. Okay, we're sidetracking. You may have a lot of chatter. As a feminine, you may have a lot of chatter in your background, in your lifestyle. You may have a lot of chatter surrounding this love, surrounding if this love is yours to have. How people see you and this masculine society is that you both are single, both are looking, both are of royalty in some sense, carry royal essence, both carry leadership skills. So if they saw y'all together, it would be kind of like, they go good together. They go well together. Why weren't they together before? Or were they together before? The two of you are destined to be legends. The two of you are destined to live a life together forever. But there is a lot of people in your personal life that obviously have something to say, that obviously think something else should happen for your life. Some do not also feel that you're ready for this. They feel like, oh, she'll get married in her 50s or he'll get married in his 60s. He's a party person. Because remember, I said the masculine likes to dance and go to parties. Um, this message is to remind you that you already are a bride. And if you are a masculine that comes to this reading, you already are a groom. God has situated your life and your chariot awaits. You will get married. You will, be able to smudge the smear off that people are attempting to put in and on your life, trying to make something resonate for you, and it doesn't belong. There are a lot of naysayers. There are a lot of people who have taken your flowers off your table. There are a lot of people who have tried to say you don't deserve the flowers that you have, whether you are the groom in this scenario or whether you are the bride. Many people believe that they will get married before you or have. Many people believe um, you need a mentor or a coach or you're not good enough. And this has been happening to you all your life. There must be something wrong with you. You even started internalizing. There must be something wrong with me why I don't get the love of my life yet. There must be something in the background going on. And I'm not trying to get into the whole spell work idea. I'm trying to say that some people may say that you need to work on your aggression. You need to work on your self regulation. You need to work on your finances. These are the things that people are saying as to why you don't have the love of your life. But it's because you're in your own corner and people don't understand why you're always in your own corner, why you're always studying, why you're always pursuing your dreams, why you're always responsible for certain things, why you're always in positions of power or authority. And they're mad at that because some of these people may be married and don't have what you have. They don't have a royal palace to go back to. They don't have responsibilities that bring honor. They don't have the camera, it's always on them. They don't have that king and queen kind of presence, even if they're married. When they dress up, the colors don't shine on them, Uh, the clothes wear them. You, on the other hand, wear the clothes. You, on the other hand, are very coy. You're flirtatious at times, and people don't understand how you could be alone, so there must be something wrong with you. I heard this has been an ambush over your life. People telling you what you deserve from what you don't deserve to have, what you're capable of having from what you're not capable of having. And you may believe in fairies, you may believe in horses, you may believe in unicorns, you may believe in angels at this point. Why not, right? You need something to believe in while everybody else is out here trying to make you live a dream that they formulated in their head. Um, I'm seeing like trolls jump out from behind the like garden shrub. So there is somebody rooting for you in the spirit realm, whatever it is that you believe in, whether you have spirit guides, whether you believe in the Almighty, Yahweh, Allah, Buddhist, whatever it is that's supporting you in the spirit realm, the all royal of royal, Lord of all lords power, you believe in it and they believe in you. So they want you not to listen to the chatter and the chatter boxes that keep echoing things that are not wise. I heard don't sit amongst fools because then you'll be a fool. Learn to sit around people who are sensible, people who may not have the very best elegant relationship, but you can see that their relationship carries power. You can see that their relationship has um, been through a series of things that others may say that's impossible. There's no way they could be loyal and faithful to each other. There's no way that he kept his DICK in his pants all this time and they've been married 20 years, 15 years, 7 years, 5 years. There's no way that a girl like that would be loyal to a man like that, etc. But you need to be around those people who have been attacked. You need to be around relationships that are successful and been attacked and ask those people, how have they progressed? You need to be around those people who believe in having a relationship that God ordained and that carried it. These people are always going to have their eyes wide open, staring at how you build your platform, how you build your life, how you build your empire, how you build your family when it does come around. And they'll be all in attendance. I heard all attendees. Okay. They will be all in attendance to show up. And you'll be like, oh, I didn't know so many people cared. I didn't know it mattered who I had a kid for. I didn't know it mattered who I put this ring on for. I didn't know it mattered who I was going to be spending the rest of my life in bed with. So when the opportunity does come for you to put on your gown and your crown, and for you to put on your your suit and tie, there's a lot of things you need to remember. There's certain things you're going to have to hide from, how do I say, others seeing about your relationship. People get into marriages, and you don't have to take it from me, but your relationship um, gets publicized. What kind of car you drive, what kind of car you show up in, um, all those things are now going to be highlighted, and you can make that destroy your relationship, and your relationship can become very materialistic, as we see on social media, where there's couples out here, they're in debt trying to live a life that is not realistic. Haba solo kondolo bosiaka. Or you can take one step at a time and enjoy the true love that you've been waiting for, because that's what you're going to have to remember. And there's a possibility that the reason you've been alone so time is alone all this time is so that you can build up yourself individually before you build each other up together. Do the impossible all by yourself before you start doing the impossible with another. Make sure when you get married, your marriage does not have any dark colors. There's no dark colors in the room. There's no dark browns. There's no grays. The men should be in bright colored suits. People should know this is a unique partnership. Hakawolo bosia. People should understand that although many are called, if you are chosen, this is going to be an unusual wedding. This is going to be something where people are going to not have any dialogue. Like they're going to be sitting there like with their mouths open like could never. Could this really be where God has put me in a relationship sorry, in a wedding ceremony where I get to see a relationship that unfolds so beautifully, you know? And this is me being in the audience, right? I'm a bystander saying, "Oh wow, I never thought that person would get married. I never thought she'd ever get married. I never thought he'd ever get married." That's going to be the atmosphere. But they're going to be like, "Oh, this is so beautiful. No wonder God chose them to wait so long." Yeah, definitely. That's the reason. Okay. Sorry, I'm like seeing so many spectators. That's the word I was looking for in the background, like looking at this and saying, I never thought that he or she would have, I don't know, good sense. Like find the chosen one, find the one that was destined for them. There's gonna even be aunties and uncles and cousins saying, "Oh my gosh, finally, like they found the one that's for them. Finally, like they found someone to match them. Take them out the house, give them a reason to travel, give them a reason to travel more, give them a reason to dress up and doll up, give them a reason to dance more, drink more, smoke more, party more, make more money, do this, do that, go to church more, fly, like whatever." These people are going to be thinking that your partner is the reason why you're going to do more out the box, even go to beautify yourself, even build more stuff if you're a carpenter, or even try harder in your creative whatever goals, aspirations. Okay, I'm seeing if you like to um play with arts and craft or resin. If you're artistic, make candles, maybe you'll do this more when you get into this relationship, and that's what people are going to notice, that they no longer hada sondolo bokara they say raka, that they no longer have control over your destiny. They no longer have control over your destiny. They're now going to have to greet you as Mr. and Mrs. So and so, Mr. and Mrs. So and so. You know, they're going to have to maybe call you twice just to get a hold of you. They're going to have to respect when you say, "This doesn't work, that doesn't work. Sorry, I'm not available for this, I'm not available for that." A lot of these people are going to feel so small. And for the bride in this scenario, you're going to have to keep some things secret. I don't know what it is. They just keep saying there's some things you're going to have to keep quiet. Maybe some people are going to say, "How did you get him? Girl, what did you do?" And you see how Sierra put out her prayer that she prayed. You know, it's like, I'm hearing that the angels don't want you to tell people the prayer you prayed. I'm hearing the angels say, they don't want you to, let's say there's a season where your husband doesn't have no money. They don't want you to pride yourself in saying, I helped my husband build this house. I helped my husband save his business. They don't want you to be doing that. Because this masculine knows that he's the prize. Hodobosebaka. Hear me out. This masculine knows that he's the prize to a lot of people, maybe in his community. And he knows that there are a lot of women that want to be in a contest for him. And you may look at this as like, I just want my true love. And he's saying the same thing. But he sees these people as contenders, these people fiending for a contest. And he could express this to very few people. Like, "No, I don't want this one. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want this one." Everyone's like, "Yo, but she's hot. But she got the booty, and she got the this, and she got the good job, and she got the money, and she got the this." He's like, "Yeah, I don't really know." When your parents or his parents meet the love of your life, the one who got it ordained, there's going to be a lot of curiosity. There's going to be a lot of mysticism. There's going to be a lot of, who's that? What are they about? What do they do? What kind of job they got? What are they into? What's their background? Do they got baggage? What's the things we need to know? Is there something else? Like the parents are gonna want to know. I heard the parents are gonna be asking some questions, and you two might be caught up too much in each other that some people may mistake in this relationship for being passionate or sexual or just friends. They may overlook the depth of this relationship. Pink and red could be significant. Pink, red, white, orange, blue. That's why I said this wedding, this ceremony cannot be just black. Like, you know how it just can't be black. It's got to be filled with some color. Even what's on the walls, it's got to be filled with colors: yellows, peaches, browns, light, beige, creamy, golds. Like it just, I don't know. Okay, I'm just keeps coming to my mind like that. Um, y'all will be very locked in when it comes to the eyes. Um, you're likely to have a baby boy and a baby girl that surrounds you guys. Y'all will have a lot of private time together before these children come. But if God says these children need to come now, do not try to delay it. Do not say like it's impossible for us to do this all in 3 years, 4 years, get married, have kids, travel the world. Don't don't limit the direction. Because when this man comes in, he might have a lot more stability than you. Or when this woman comes in, she might have a lot more stability than you. They're not gonna be when they see you, they're not gonna see the room. They're gonna see you. When they see you, you know how there's mistletoe sometimes at Christmas over the head? I'm seeing that they're gonna see church bells ringing over your head. Whether this is the groom or the bride. Hopefully it's the groom who sees this and not the bride. He wants you to take him to the top of the mountain. He wants to see the skies with you, different skies of different places. There's some aspect of traveling. There's some aspect of movement. There's some aspect of traveling, chucking up rivers uphill. And that's good. And there's like an old saying that's like going uphill without a paddle or something like that. I've been hearing that for the last couple of years. People say that. I had never heard that before. But I'm hearing him say, we're not going to be uphill without a paddle. That could never be us. Yeah. There could be some minor delays in this coming together because of, like we said, there's a lot of background noise. But when you find him or when you find her, there's going to be a lot of uplifting arms of love. Okay? Hugging could be very significant. Holding could be very significant. You could like this masculine's arms a lot, or you're going to always want to be in his arms, or he's always going to have his arm around you. His arm is going to be very significant. Um, he could be associated with arms, like some sort of, I don't know, arms. Hearing arms a lot, arms. Y'all could get married on a full moon or on a new moon. Y'all could meet on a full moon or a new moon. Your first date could be on a full moon. Um, every woman close to you, even within your community, church community, girl group, whatever, they are going to have a lot to say. And if he has girls or homegirls in his community, they're gonna say that your beauty is fleeting. It's nothing serious. They're gonna say, she ain't that pretty. Mm. Her beauty's just fluff. It's just fluff. It's just, it's just whatever. They're gonna hate, but they're gonna watch. They're gonna think that you're an unusual girl, or some of the men in your um, circle are gonna think like, why would you pick that guy? Like, don't you think he's gonna cheat on you? Like, there's gonna be a lot of chitter chatter. I feel also that you may like daisies. You may like dainty jewelry. People are gonna hope that you go crazy when you're pregnant and that this masculine leaves you. People are gonna hope that he has a lot to say when you're pregnant. People are gonna be like, "So, bro, how is it? Like now that she's pregnant?" They're gonna hope like he tells the most horrible stories about you. How about Sandalabasiaka? Like, oh, she's yelling, she's crying all the time. Like, but he's gonna be very humble because he's gonna be so excited to have a woman to come home to, a family to come home to, that he's just gonna say, well, you know how a lady is when she's pregnant. And that's gonna bring elegance to your name. And you're gonna bring courage to him. You're gonna put more, you guys are gonna put more weight, habasondolobosea, on each other's names. You guys are gonna big each other up. When people try to bring you guys down and people don't expect it, you guys are gonna big each other up. You're gonna be like, yeah, he's been doing the dishes so much more this week. Wow, my feet were hurting and swollen. Yeah, I need to reduce my salt intake. Yeah, you gonna shift from the negativity, and he's gonna shift from the negativity, because y'all know y'all gonna bring in a chosen one, or a couple of chosen babies. Yeah, and y'all gonna still look good after. Yeah, yeah. And something about like when you open the door, like if you bring in home like some groceries, sometimes when he opened the door for you, you gonna look at him smiling. Y'all may want to cuss about some stuff, the bills, the water bill, the light bill, the this bill, the electricity bill, the rent. Y'all gonna want to cuss, but when y'all see each other come home, y'all gonna be like, yeah, that's mine right there. He about to be in my arms in 5 minutes. She about to be in my arms in like 5 minutes. There's something about that. The angels are gonna like add more stars to y'all relationship. The angels are going to bring in more stars. The angels are going to bring in more stars. The angels are going to bring in more stars to this. The angels are going to bring in more stars. And y'all really should go like hiking. Y'all should really go to like countless mountain peaks over and over again. I'm hearing over and over again. There's a song like that. I feel like there's angels that are going to come to earth just to make sure that some of these people don't interrupt. And you're being told right now to keep praying again and again and again and again and again about this, because it's going to cause a tower for sure. When you get married, it's going to cause a tower within your friend group, his friend group, or your friend group. It's like people are gonna see when y'all like walk away from each other. Oh, I gotta go, babes. All right, I gotta go, babes. It's like the whole world gonna stop just to see y'all say bye to each other. The whole world's gonna be like, why they gotta say bye to each other like that? Why they gotta do like a handshake when they say bye? Why they gotta like, do code language when they say bye to each other? What's up? Like, ain't they gonna see each other tomorrow? Yo, don't kill me. This reading's going left. We need to stop this right now. Anyways, so let's wrap up the message, okay? Before we get too intense, it's gonna be very enchanting. Y'all gonna be like Hansel and Gretel going up the hill and you know making the making the witch fall down. Y'all gonna be like Batman and Robin conquering the world. Y'all are just, this masculine is gonna see you as very beautiful, and sometimes he ain't even gonna know how to say I love you. You're gonna feel like this is surreal. There's no way. But he's gonna make you believe in love, and she's gonna make you believe in love. Nothing's gonna be too fantasy like. It's gonna feel true, it's gonna be true, and you are always destined to walk into this. But you have to be a big boy and you have to be a big girl before this could come into your life. Imagine y'all both gonna put crowns on each other and keep staring at each other. It may seem like a sweet sweet invention, but really it's a sweet intervention, and it's gonna be real nice. Yeah.